You were dealing with an eye condition that was basically ripping your corneas every time you opened your eyes. And as you describe in the book, pain was a 10 out of 10 every single time.
Yeah, this absolutely was the worst season of my life. I was at night having these tears to my cornea, which finally I found the doctor who could diagnose and explain that.
Yeah.
But if you've ever scratched the surface of your eye, you know what that feels like. And by the time I finally got to a diagnosis, the doctor said to me, it's like somebody has been out on a soccer field and playing in the sharpest cleats for the longest time with no one ever repairing the field. And it's just being torn up again and again and again. I mean, the surface of your eyes are a mess. And it's no, mystery why you have so much pain. You're just constantly re-injuring your eye. So I had gotten to the point where I was setting alarms for every 2 or 3 hours to put drops in my eyes to make sure that they were lubricated. But there were many nights, I mean, on the ground, in pain, in my bathroom, just crying out, not an eloquent prayer. God doesn't require that of us. He is listening at any time and just saying, Lord, please help me. And it was a really, really difficult time. There are people that are walking through life in enormous pain all the time, exhausted, crippled by that. And I'd gotten to the point where before I found this doctor, I was just searching online, which I always tell people don't do. It's not the best way to diagnose yourself, but I was just looking for anyone who might have the same symptoms or explain what this was.
Right.
And I stumbled into message boards and chat rooms where people talked about being turned away from emergency rooms, being told they were crazy. I related to all of that. It was at that point, that I went and leveled with my husband, Sheldon, who you know very well. And he says hello, by the way. Together, we just prayed, Lord, if you're not going to heal me, always remembering the story of Paul in Corinthians when he talks about that thorn in his side. And God said, nope, not going to take it away because my strength is made perfect in your weakness. So you talk about all of those childhood lessons I had and scriptures I knew, and they just come to life when you are living and walking through that. And, Paul goes on to say, okay, therefore I will boast all the more gladly about my weaknesses so that Christ's power may rest on me. And thank the Lord that that's where he led my heart. The Holy Spirit guided me to just rely on him, not be angry, not be, casting him out of my pain, but just asking him to walk me through that. And that's what he's done.